Yeah. Hey to everybody who lives in my phone. There's so much stuff going on, and there's so much stuff that I could talk about. I'm hoping that I can get Stella to come in, and I was just thinking I gotta get her too. She's just so cute. Oh my God, she's so cute. She does the cutest stuff. She's driving me crazy though. She will not quit crying. And I keep thinking it's because she misses Winston, but I really think it is the weather. I think she's so bored and she's so upset, and I think she thinks I control the weather. She thinks somehow I've got power to do something about it. We're in the 40 days and 40 nights here in Washington State. Just probably gonna have to have a boat to get out of here at some point. And you know what else I was thinking about? I was thinking about, it's weird how you can look at your face sometimes and you can just go, God, what a weird looking face. And then other times you can look at your face and go, man, that's such a nice face. But it's weird is because nobody has any idea what they look like. I think, well, you know already that I have that thing where faces don't stay the way they look. You know, they, I don't know, shift, or in my head, I just don't see them in different parts, stick out at different times. That's what I kind of think it is. And that's why I think that, you know, we don't all see the same beauty or anything. Like, there's no way you could, there's no way you could know what you look like, because you'd have to look out of every single person's eyes. It's just, you know, there's just no way. I think it has more to do with, you know, it's your works. It's how you are. What do you represent? How do you interact with people? And that is what the reflection is when they see you, is what you represent. And, you know, that's why, how many times have we all heard people say, you know, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful, but on the inside they're so ugly. I can't see anything beautiful about them anymore. And yeah, you can't. If somebody's ugly on the inside, that's what you see, because it is, you see what you represent, what you bring to the table, what you're putting out there, the legacy you leave, everything that you bring into every interaction. You know, holding the door open or letting it slam when you're walking through to someone else. You know, it's what and who you are. But yeah, it's crazy because there's no way you can't even look at your own face and see what you really look like. You can look at 100 million pictures. You still would have no idea what you look like. And you're only going to focus on the features you don't like. And they're the features you don't like, you know, that you felt self-conscious about. Like, you know, when I was growing up, people telling me all the time I look like my dad. And thinking like, oh my gosh, you know, I look like a boy, I'm weird looking, I'm so, you know, tall and skinny, I've got no shape, and I look like a boy. I think I've talked about this before, but anyways, it is, and then other people see something so completely different, but, so those features that to me made me feel like I look like a boy are features that, you know, that's what I'll notice if I look in the mirror. And, you know, like even your voice, we can't hear what our own voice sounds like. Like how many times have you heard yourself on a recorder or something? To me, like I could hear a recorder and sometimes I wouldn't even know if it was me or if it was one of my kids or a sibling. It's like there's a certain tone that a family carries, you know, like if you go to some people's houses, you ever notice that like they're all screaming at each other all the time, and people pick up certain dialects and certain phrases and stuff in their families, and I think we pick up a lot of in our tone of voice as well. And it's just fascinating, you know, when you think about it. I still, to just think about when you walk into a room, that you walk in with somebody that you're not even walking into the same room because it's a totally different experience. On Twitter, there was some guy, there's been there's so much energy on there right now, and the comments are going so fast, so you can't keep up with what conversations and stuff. You just know, like, you said this and you said that, and then there's all these comments going and stuff like that. So, I don't know the whole conversation. Somebody tried to tell me the other day, like, oh, that was over Kelly's head or something like that. Some of these people on Twitter are just like, I think they just go on there just to be mean. Like, my life is so sad, I'm gonna go on Twitter and bully people. I got nothing better to do. I was like, oh my gosh, quarantine didn't bring the best out in you. But anyway, so there was some other comment where the person was talking about, reality. And I had already said, something, and, reality is different for everybody. And this guy was like, the reality is the same for everybody. Reality is reality, and that's all there is to it. And reality and all this stuff. And I went in and I told him, reality is different for everybody. My reality is different than your reality. The reality for, the migrant worker in Africa, very, very different. Chinese teenager, very different. I mean, what? Reality is reality? What are you talking about? If there's anything that has got it is the biggest illusion is reality. There is no reality. It's all based on experience. That is your reality. Your reality is what you choose to look at. Your reality is how you choose to look at the world. Some of the concepts of things, it's just weird how I keep noticing so much about people just being so stuck on, you could say something, and I know everybody has had this, especially you phone, you can tweet or you can send a message to somebody and they completely take it totally different than you meant it. And so we've all got the idea of like, okay, words can be misrepresented. Words can be, taken differently than I meant them. And right now, though, that is on steroids. Oh my gosh. It's like you're having these conversations that are so different. It's, it's weird. So weird. You can be having a conversation about something and the other person, you're talking about something totally different. Yeah, reality is very, I always get confused on this, subjective or objective. Especially, I think I used to understand it before my brain injury, but there's certain things that my brain can't wrap around sometimes. Like I have to, like even, I say, I don't know, maybe I talked about this before. And in my head, I hear people, well, go check them, go watch them, quit repeating yourself. And, but I could go and do that. And then I would forget by the time I got done. So it doesn't matter. I can't watch a TV series and know what the hell happened. I have to watch something straight through. Yeah, so it's just, and I used to think it was such a burden kind of thing to, like a punishment or something, like, oh, woe is me. But then I started seeing this kind of a gift. Like, there's so much stuff, like, who cares? That is one of the things I think that people on earth are really going to learn is quit taking shit so seriously. Oh my God. You don't have to work that hard to get into heaven. Believe me. You can have a little fun while you're here. You can have some experiences, do some stuff. That's what you're here for. It's like, oh my God. Everybody has their, and it is, I think it's all about, this holier than thou, self-righteous, being perfect. I'm going to out-perfect you kind of attitude. It's like, you guys, none of this shit matters. None of it. It's all an illusion. It's all here for you to have fun and experience. It's just like, going to Westworld. That's what, a soul does. You just go in. And so, yeah, I think that everybody's just got to kind of relax, man. Today I said on another thing I tweeted was, the best remedy for, I think I said regroup remedy or something like that. But I made a bath day. I really like taking baths. Like, I can tell if I haven't had one in a couple of days because my my joints start really aching. And so I do those Epsom salt ones. And I don't care if it's crazy, a placebo effect. I don't care. But to me, all of these heavy metals and bullshit that they put into the air, the water, the food, and all this stuff, that soaking in the Epsom salts, it just, it feels like it gets you back in alignment or something. It pulls toxins out. So anyways, I really like them. And so I did this bath, and I've been doing this lately, but today it just went so good. I was like, oh my gosh, people got to do this more. And so go in and light the candles, and the candles that smell good are best because it just gives a nice, really fresh, good smell in the bathroom. That you can get like certain ones, like if you go to like Bath Body Works or something like that, anywhere you can get those scented candles. But there's certain ones in certain stores that give you like eucalyptus for soothing or whatever. Like, I'm no expert on all that stuff. I like eucalyptus. It helps me feel like I can breathe. But anyways, the candles just, it sets a mood. And music, I have certain music that I like to listen to, but you wouldn't want to put on like heavy metal or something and then go relax. So think about, what music do you enjoy when you're relaxing? What music, I think too, that makes you feel like that you feel inside yourself. And then the music and the candles. I have another little lamp, low lighting in there, so it has low lighting. Fill the hot, just turn the hot on, not cold, and fill the tub and put in the Epsom salts and just hot water, and then shut the door and leave the bathroom. And then go back in like 20 or 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. When you open it, it is like a steam room. It's just like, oh, you just melt into the room. And the smells, and then the lighting is just, when you get your tone set, and then you have the music and stuff, and it does something to your soul. It feels right. It feels good to your soul. And then you get in the tub and you just soak. It's such a good place for meditation. And I know I've said that a billion times because I say it all the time to everybody. But it's the best place of meditation, especially water. Water is, there's just so many good things about water, but it is also kind of like it carries current or something. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a good place to meditate. And if you want to know more about it, there's tons of studies, tons of people talk about it, look up about it. I'm just sharing personal experience that it's really is good. And it's so relaxing. And one thing I really noticed today, because I always go in, and when I first get in the water, I always have to, it feels so good, and it's just so nice. And especially like in the winter, when you get in and you get in that nice warm bath, then it is, it feels so, like better than a blanket. It's just so warm and so protective and encases you. And I always get in and I always do like a prayer of gratitude to thank God and stuff. And then when I get done, I always, give gratitude and ask it to send out my message and stuff like that. And I was just thinking, what's weird is that a long time ago, how much people appreciated water? You know, just thinking about those old dirty cowboys who hadn't had a bath in, like, I don't know, they make it seem in the movies like they'd go weeks or months with no bath. And all the time throughout the history of people on this planet, of not having available water to drink, to clean, and then we just, you know, we take it for granted. And water has emotions. Just watch those studies on water where they play different music, and the water takes different shapes depending on the music, which is another good reason to listen to good music while you're in the tub. And so anyways, you know, those are just my crazy opinions for right now. Stella didn't come in. I really want her to, in my head I get these ideas, you know, she'll just come and sit here and just look adorable. She's just so funny. When your whole life is just like, oh, it's just weird how it has become so small and you have to make it bigger yourself. Like, you know, I think that there's a lot of things about quarantine that are really going to help people. And people are, you know, whining and crying, but they're all in fear mode. They're all in panic. They forget that the disease and germs and everything have been out there our whole lives. We've managed. A lot of them just don't understand the programming. They don't understand the manipulation, but I'm about to get a hard lesson in that. Anyways, I can't think of, it seemed like there was more stuff that I was gonna say. Probably as soon as I turn this off, I'll remember. See you later.